Hi everyone, it's DJ Rachel dropping my latest video. This is the Infinity DJ console by Max Design, and it is one of the newest products out on the market available for mobile DJs. Furniture style booths are growing in popularity, and at first I was a little skeptical, but I kind of started to think about it, and I've been using the same dragon board facade for the past 7 years. So with 2021 here, weddings starting to come back slowly, I wanted a fresh look and a fresh approach to how I set up at my events. Let's just get started because I have a lot to cover in this video. So stick with me, find out why this is literally the best DJ booth out on the market by Max Design.
The Infinity DJ console is made out of a revolutionary multi-layer plastic composite that is incredibly strong and extremely lightweight. How lightweight? The entire assembled booth with hardware and laptop stands only weighs 59.5 pounds. Thickness of the material provides both rigidity and support while creating one of the most versatile DJ consoles on the market. The white glossy layer provides a resilient protective finish that is scratch resistant, waterproof, and impervious to hot and cold environments. The black core gives extra durability while creating a unique tuxedo look that complements any black or white speaker. The console can be vinyl wrapped by you, and a free template will be provided. The two versions of the Infinity DJ console are custom fit to the controller or mixer of your choice. The XL version, not shown in this video, can accommodate any large performance-based controller or tables like the Reign 12s. The unit we're looking at today can fit any medium-sized controller that is no more than 30 inches wide and 14.5 inches deep. The largest controller that can fit, to my knowledge, in this smaller version is the Pioneer DDJ 1000 or the SRT. The laptop stands on both units can accommodate any laptop up to 17 inches. Infinity DJ console pack away into high-quality SKB cases that provide incredible protection for the console and the stuff you leave inside. In fact, once all your gear is mounted, you can leave everything, including your controller, in the top for safe transportation to and from your events. With the clever design, you only have to set things up once, which makes this booth an incredible time saver with setup and teardown. There's no need for extra tie downs or straps. Simply close the lid and you're ready to hit the road.
A lot of you are probably curious how durable the Infinity booth is. So I'm literally going to take this booth to the back of my yard and attempt to go sledding on it and see how it holds up, if it scratches, how it deals with the moisture from the snow. So let's give this a shot here. I shouldn't be doing this. I don't have Aflac insurance and I haven't been sledding in about 10 years, but we're gonna go for it anyway. Literally one finger carrying this in the backyard. This is sledding with DJ Rachel, because who doesn't take a DJ booth, throw it in the snow, and try to go sledding with it? Let me get on up in this thing. Oh my God, it's sliding pretty good. Here we go. Let's take a look at this. I'm just searching this for any type of scratches or nicks or any signs of wear. And not only does this make a great sled, but I don't see one scratch on this whole entire thing. I have my booth just tucked away in the snowbank. I figured if I'm gonna make a mess, might as well do it in the snow and out of the house. So this is what I'm gonna be testing. I think one of our worst fears as DJs is having someone come up to the booth, maybe put their glass of wine or drink down, and then have that drink spilled. Well, I can't think of anything worse than probably red wine. I have my cocktail glass right here. And I'm also gonna try this out with some concentrated food coloring. I'm gonna try wiping it with just a paper towel, and if it is a little bit more difficult, The manufacturer recommends that you can just use a non-acetone basic rubbing alcohol to get this clean. So let's dump some red wine on this thing and food coloring and see if this stains. First up is the red wine. Let's take a little sip. Definitely delicious, so let's just pretend, I guess, accidentally spilled this all over the infinity booth. Here comes the mail lady. I can only assume what she's going to be thinking when I'm sitting out in my yard with a bottle of wine, blue food coloring, and snow that looks like a crime scene. But we're just going to keep rolling with this. Let's just see how easy this is to clean. This is where the ape coin goes, and this obviously was kind of drilled out to make room for that coin. This has a different texture, so I'm just going to kind of wipe this down and see what happens to the material on the inside. And what do you know? Came clean, no staining anywhere on this booth. Now let's try the food coloring. I am not going to dilute this. All right, so here we go. Rub this around and really make a mess here. I'm even gonna get it in this hole with that different texture and kind of see what happens. All right, so let this sit on for maybe a minute or two, and let's see if this stains with blue food coloring. What I'm first gonna do is see what I could get off with just the snow. It does not seem like this has stained it in any way. Finish this off with just a plain paper towel, rubbing alcohol. Pour some of this on, and let's wipe this off. And there is no staining, no blue tint, unlike my hands. Number one, put your base plate down. Number two, attach the columns to that base plate with literally 3 easy clamps. Then you're gonna run your audio and power wires, and then you're going to latch the top to the columns, and that is it. So let me show you how easy it is to assemble this booth. Assembling the column to the base literally takes just a few seconds. This is because of these quick release fasteners that you're gonna find at the top as well as the bottom of the column. Now, when you first get your booth, you are going to manually adjust these to the appropriate tension, but once they're set, you never have to adjust them again. I did notice though, if I put the column here the first time and then put this column on this side the next time, I had to make some fine adjustments. So a tip I have for you is to actually label your column to the side of the base plate that it's going to be mounted to. So as you can see, I took a little Sharpie and I put the letter A, and then I put the letter A on the base plate, and I did the same for this side, here where it says B, and this column says B. So now I know what side they go on, and I never have to make any other adjustments with these fasteners. Once you're ready to attach the column to the base, the first thing you have to do is remove this front panel, and it pulls off nice and easy with just double-sided Velcro. Because this was created with a CNC machine, everything fits exact and really snug. So all I literally have to do is pick this up and line this up with these 3 mounting points right here. You're just gonna feel that it's where it needs to be. And then now I can easily just take these quick release fasteners and lock this down, and this is really secure to the base. So now let's move on to the other side. So once again, remove the front panel, line this up, and clamp it down. You should hear a nice firm snap. Now I purposely left this one a little loose because I wanted to show you how easy it is just to make fine adjustments if something loosens up over time. So when I close this, you'll hear that it didn't give me that kind of snap that I like. So all I have to do is give this a quick couple of turns with my fingers, and now we can move on to step 2. Now, I don't know about you, but as a DJ, my least favorite part of setup is cable management, and it absolutely is the most time-consuming thing that we do. Proper cable management means it looks great and that it's safe for guests, and the Infinity booth knocks this out of the park. I want to take care of this now before I put the top on and have that added weight on top of the base. So to get started, I'm going to start with my power cord, which is plugged in. Tilt this forward slightly and feel for that cutout in the base, and then just drop this back down. Now there's enough space under this base to allow for wire management to go underneath it so that the wires aren't going to get crushed or pinched. So now my power cable is right here in the base, and it's ready to be connected to the top whenever I'm ready. Next, I'm gonna run my audio wires. Now, you don't have to use the Cably system, but these things are pretty awesome. You can find them on Amazon for literally $20, and they make cable management super easy and quick. They coil things nice, they don't damage cables, and they really streamline this process. I'm gonna pull out some length of my XLR cable. The male end is going to get run through the base, through this cutout. So I'm just going to pick this up slightly. And now this is what's going to go to my speaker. The other end of the cable is going to get run through the column so that I could connect it to my controller when the top goes on. For now, I'm just gonna kind of let this lay right here, and it sits nice and neat in the base. You can see how clean this is on the inside of the column. And I also have these wire management fasteners that we'll get to in just a minute. And now we're ready to put the top on. My next step is to get the top connected to the base. Now there are these comfortable handles right in the lid so that this is easy to carry and move around. Also, I'd like to make note that literally everything is in here, from my controller, power conditioner, rack mounted mics, literally everything, and I'm able to pick this up no problem. So my first tip is to kind of just get this down estimated to center, and then I'm just gonna come down and manually adjust this to get this to drop into the mounts. The last thing we have to do is just secure the top to the columns with these last 2 fasteners. So now this top is completely secured to the base. It's going nowhere. Now I can work on connecting my cables, my power wires, and my laptops. Connecting my audio and power is super simple because everything is already pre-wired. So all I have to do is reach my hand up into the top and find the right angle XLR extensions I bought. These are NLFX Platinum Series cables along with these. So now I connect these to each other, and then now I can fasten these wires to the side of the column with these easy to turn cable management fasteners. Now I can put back my front panel. So now I have to pull down 2 wires. I have my power conditioner on this side. Run this to the bottom and connect this to my power cord. And then also run these down the sides. This keeps everything from getting tangled. I don't know about you, but that's some of the cleanest and fastest cable management I've ever had the pleasure of running. All I have to do is literally connect my speakers, connect my laptops, and we're ready to party. The Infinity DJ console comes with one fully adjustable laptop shelf, but you can buy an additional one if you have a dual laptop setup. Take the steel pole, insert it into the top, then place your shelf onto the pole at a height that is comfortable for you. Once you find your working height, simply take the Allen key that you can store right inside the top, cinch it down to the appropriate tension to support the weight of your laptop, and now you have a fully adjustable laptop shelf. Now, what I think is great about this booth is that it caters to all types of workflow. As a DJ, if you like your laptop off to the side, you can do that. If you like your laptop shelf more in the center, you can do that. These shelves even tilt. So let's just say you like to use an iPad for your introductions and you like to read the names off of it. You can put your iPad right here and then tilt this to a comfortable reading position. I'm gonna show you how quick it is for me to connect my laptop. I'm just gonna put it on this shelf. Now, since I said everything has already been installed and pre-run, all I have to do is connect my power as well as my powered USB hub that already has my hard drive plugged into it. I can tuck these wires nice and neatly. Wire management's taken care of. Turn the laptop on, and I'm ready to rock this show. Now that we've walked through how easy it is to set up the Infinity DJ console, let's put this thing to the real test and probably the moment you all have been waiting for. I want to see how long it takes me to not only set up the booth, but everything needed to literally hit play and start the party. I'm talking power wires, XLR cables, speakers, with wire management, laptop, hard drive, laptop stands, microphone, headphones, and even some lighting. Because it's such a snug fit to kind of hold everything in place, sometimes this liner gets pulled out. So I'm running a bead of hot glue around the entire base here to make it kind of fixed. I also glued these 2 pieces to the top of the lid as well, because it's one less thing for me to lose or have to worry to put back on. So now when I close the lid, everything's already nice and situated. Packs up in a few easy steps, but it can be a little tricky in terms of remembering what piece of foam goes where. I literally took a silver Sharpie and actually wrote on the foam pieces. So for example, this is my second layer. I wrote that the base plate has to go here, and I have to make sure that I push this all the way to the right. The next layer goes on top of the base plate, and I know that this needs to be my left side, and this is my right side, and obviously this has to go towards the back of the case. There's also a note here that says shelf edge has to be nested right here and tucked in the sides so that it can sit flush when we close the lid. The trickiest part for me was remembering the laptop shelf pieces. So again, I just wrote on these. I know that this goes to my right shelf, so I know that that gets tucked right like that. So now it's easy to pack away. I know where everything goes, so all you need is just a silver Sharpie. As a DJ, it's important to use things that complement your workflow, and that's why I love this booth so much, because it's literally a blank canvas. If you can stick it down with Velcro or zip ties, you can leave it in the top because it's going to be completely protected by the SKB case. So whether you are right-handed or left-handed, whether you want your headphones on this side or that side, you can rack mount your microphones, you can rack mount your power conditioner, you can put in extra charge cords, you can put in extra power adapters for your laptop. Literally, the options are endless. So in this side pocket, I have an extra power cord for my Razer laptop, as well as USB connection to my Roland. This right here is an audio wire for my iPad if I wanted to use that. It's also a great backup option. This right here is my power conditioner, and I have everything run through here. The Ape coin, once it's installed, stays permanently within the booth. Right here I have my headphones. I love this stowaway headphone hook. If you want this on the other side, all you have to do is just undo this screw right here and you can move that no problem. I chose to rack mount both of my RE3 microphone units, and I leave the antennas actually in the booth as well. When I'm done, I just take them off and then I put them in this side compartment. I also love this stowaway microphone holder. Again, flip it out when you're ready to use it. Holds any mic super securely. I have my Roland 707M installed in here, and it sits nice and flush when the lid is on. Over here, I have a powered USB. 2 of these are used to keep the Ape coins on. The rest are my hard drive, laptop, cell phone charge wire, extra memory stick. Anything that you need, plug it in and it can stay in. Taking a quick look at the back of the unit, I wanted to mention that you may need to buy some right-angled XLR cables. I picked these up from NLFX. They made me a custom length so that they could stay permanently within the booth. This hole that we see right here, this is part of the cable management. When I'm ready to attach the XLRs to my speakers, I simply drop this down into the column, connect it, and I'm ready to go. Another incredibly innovative feature is these cable management holes that come with the unit, and you can fit an XLR through here or your other cables, and it keeps things nice and tidy along the base of the top. Now, I still needed to use some zip ties, but it was nice to not have these wires kind of flopping around down here. I was literally able to fit everything that I would need for a complete mobile DJ setup, including a photo booth and uplighting. Not only does everything fit, I still have my front seat completely unoccupied by any gear, so I could bring an assistant if needed. Also in the back, I have space on the floor, and I still absolutely could fit other speaker poles, maybe my collapsible totems, or other items in the car. There is still plenty of room. So obviously the trunk lid closed no problem, and I'm just gonna start unloading. So right here, I have the Curve Duo photo booth, Electro Voice 30M system. I have my DJ laptop, 30M tops, all my power cords, adapters, extra XLR cables, in this case right here. This is the other part of the Curve Duo photo booth. I'm now going to take out my Ape Labs Maxis. I have 12 of them packed away in here. So here is the uplighting. Even with everything in these cases, I'm able to load them in and out of the car, no problem. They also have a lot of great handles on the cases, so it makes this a lot easier. That's gonna be a wrap on this video on the Infinity DJ console. Just to recap, I took this thing sledding, I poured red wine on it, I put it in my shower, this fit in the back of my Chevy Equinox, and I had setup and breakdown times well under 15 minutes. So if you need any more reasons to buy this, I don't know what else to tell you. I cannot wait to use this for my 2021 wedding season. I'll also be posting the links to some of the things that I bought and installed in this case, like my right angle XLR cables, so be on the lookout for those links. If you have any other questions about this booth, feel free to hit me up on Instagram at DJ Rachel Lynch, and I'd love to answer any questions that I may not have covered in this video. Thank you so much for watching. As always, please stay safe, be well, and happy mixing, DJs.